starting recording now. Now we are recording. So I will say, who says you're not, a different characteristic of a. We only saw one tribe of Lerman.
That's right.
Who says that
That's
they're.
absolutely right.
I mean, if they can have 4 or 5 different tribes of fucking Dathomir witches, apparently now we can have another tribe of Lerman.
I love it.
So, welcome back after our 2-week hiatus for holiday stuff. We are coming back with a party that are still in the undercity of Coruscant, dealing with the criminal syndicate and not arms dealer, but information broker. In the last game, you guys set up or actually threw a fight for said information broker, where Thule got his butt kicked, quote unquote,
allegedly,
butt kicked by a Gungan.
And I still wound up richer.
Mesa gonna kick Yusa ass.
And so, with some information being found out by the party during the events of the last game, such as the possibility that the Pykes have turned the recently closed down trash processing facility in this district into a spice lab. For ye old Star Wars meth lab, spice lab. Theoretically, from what the information... Allegedly. Well, I mean, it's not like they don't have a flying RV out there, making spice or something. So, we will pick up right where we left off with you guys still in the cantina right after the fight. The crowd is celebrating.
I think we had made it to the apartment because it was sleazy as shit, and I stole all the security cameras out of it.
Oh, you went to the apartment and you came back. This is after the fight. So you did get all the security cameras, except you didn't steal the one in the shower for some reason.
Oh, because it was gross, and I didn't want to touch it.
Yes. So we picked up, which you guys asked me to remind you, since it was 2 weeks, that... you said as soon as you come back, we wanted to talk to those disgruntled employees.
There was something for me as well. What was I supposed to remember?
Watt bet 70 credits on Devik.
I have that I am pretending to be unconscious on the ground currently, so...
You are.
Wait, why are you unconscious?
Because I lost the fight. I got beat so bad.
Yeah, but then we left and we went back to the...
No.
No. We left initially. Checked out various things. Watt and I went to the security depot spot, whatever we call that. Little area that we went and checked out, and it wound up being literally at the apartment complex that you all then walked into. We hung out until it was time to go back for the fight. Went back for the fight. Thule is now on the ground.
Okay, for some reason I thought we progressed past that.
I think my last line was, "I'm sorry, Coach," as I reached out towards you very dramatically.
I love that. That's magic.
You're a disgrace!
You're a bomb rock!
Yes.
And in true Watt fashion, I am not taking notes. So...
What? So, you guys are surrounded by the crowd that are cashing in their bets. You hear credit chips and risk comms going off everywhere as they are getting paid out through the hub that's located within this gambling parlor, aka Cantina. There are several Pykes that are still hanging around, as well as the 3 disgruntled employees that you guys talked about. Vobin is sitting at his table with the 3 Twi'leks that were accompanying him, and his guard Jivik triumphantly walked back to his seat and sat down, who he has his shoulders currently being rubbed by a Twi'lek dancer.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, these 3 down here are the employees, correct?
Yeah, but you were the one that was listening to them, the Duros,
Right.
the Twi'lek, and the Ugnaught.
Not, yeah. Okay. So, as Shug is, berating Thule for being worthless, um, I I I reach down and give like a little tap on Shug's shoulder. Um,
But can't you see I'm a little busy here?
I just kind of like nod my head like up, expecting him to drift up because I'm not bending down to
Sure.
go talk to you.
I fly up closer to your face.
I kind of like shift my eyes over and give a slight nod towards the three that were there. I was like, those three worked at the trash facility. Though I mentioned.
Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to go over there and tell them that if they worked for this place, that they might be able to get compensation, and that you're a lawyer, but that you work for a lawyer. Yeah, that one. That you work for a lawyer, and give them your comm link.
Have they been diagnosed with mesothelioma?
I was thinking the same thing.
Want a compensation, talk to lawyer. Sure. And I walk off.
Trandoshan walking up to you in a canteen and going, "You need a lawyer." That's gonna go over very well.
So I will walk over and like just step over one of Thule's like sprawled out arms and walk over here towards these three.
I hover down to Thule and I like smack his face with my like tiny hand, which is like the equivalent of like getting hit with one of those little like sticky hands that you would you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like that's probably
Worth
what it
10
feels
tickets at your closest arcade.
like. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, all right, that's enough of a show. I think they get the picture.
You're milking it.
Yeah.
All right.
And almost on cue, as you slap me, I like almost startle awake and begin pulling myself off the ground. Did I get him, Coach?
No. But it's all right. It was a good fight. You put on a good show. We'll get him next time.
Oh, good. There'll be a next time.
Yeah, let's go get paid.
All right. So, as you're walking,
As I approach these three, like I'm staring pretty much straight at them. Whichever one's the first one to really like clock me and not immediately look away is who I'm going to walk up towards.
okay. So as you're walking up, the only one that could possibly see you is the Ugnaught, as the Twi'lek and the Daros has their backs to you, and you kind of hear him. The Ugnaught looks pissed, and he's looking down, and the Twi'lek and the Daros are speaking to the Ugnaught. We told you you don't ever bet on the new fighter. You never bet on it. Why'd you change your bet? And the Ugnaughts just looking down. I don't know. Did you see how big he was?
Yeah, so I'm gonna walk up to the towards. I guess if the other two have their back towards me as I'm walking up, I'm just gonna like step in between them two, facing the Ugnaught. I'm just gonna like interpose myself in the middle of them, basically. A word, if you might.
The Duros and the Twi'lek turn and like jump, looking at you. About what? What? No. He paid. You did pay, right?
Compensation.
To you for what?
for work done.
We didn't do
That's-
work for you.
Not for me. At the trash facility.
They kind of look at each other very confused. Yeah, we all got laid off, the Twi'lek says.
That's what I hear. Might be some credits in it for you if you speak with a lawyer. And I hold out my comm link.
Just because I want you to, even though you're not intimidated, you're doing it on purpose. Roll me an intimidation check.
I was gonna say, like, if you can somehow roll, like, persuasion intimidatingly, that's pretty much what's going on here. Neither one of them is gonna go well for my character, based on stats. But you know, let's see. That's gonna be. Yeah, I'm rolling a -1 regardless. So that's oh, it's not a bad roll though. A 16 on the die, so 15.
You see the Twi'lek, his hand is shaking. I'm talking Barney Fife with the pistol shaking. when he brings his comm link up and he kind of touches yours, and you hear the burp burp. It exchanges contact information. So why should we call you?
Not me. Lawyer. Do I look like a lawyer? And I just give the widest, like, toothy smile.
They all look at each other. They don't know how to answer because they think every answer is going to insult you.
Give him a call.
We will.
Be sure to.
We will. We will.
And I'll walk off.
As you walk off, the Twi'lek looks down at the. What the hell did you bet? All right. So what? What are you doing?
So Watt's been left unattended.
This will go well.
Yeah, Watt's babysitter has been encouraged to have people find lawyers.
So at the end of I can't move my character. But I am up on the bar back here with this fine bartender up here next to the Pykes.
The hollow projector you fixed.
Yeah. And I hop up and hi to the bartender and just kind of pick a random drink and point at it. I don't know what I'm ordering.
She looks at you. She's like, "Oh," and she looks at the crowd. Someone's pet's back. Okay.
That's not very nice.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you could talk. You're cute. You're cute and fuzzy. I thought you were a pet.
I fixed it. And I point at the hollow projector.
Oh yeah, it is working now, isn't it?
And I'll just hop down. And as I go by the Pike, for no reason at all,
Oh god.
This is
I'm gonna eyeball his belt and see if there's anything worthwhile.
And this is yeah. Because when
this is how we die.
Yeah, this
right
is-
here. This is it.
gonna be fun.
This is it.
This is the one.
So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna eyeball all. Let's see, the two Pikes and the Ugnaught and the human-looking individual. Just as I'm up there, Hell, and the bartender too. I'm just gonna eyeball them all and see who's got a pouch that looks like it could be snagged, or an open pocket, anything like that.
If you're just looking for a pouch, honestly, the Pikes look like they have the most stuff on them. They're actually openly carrying blasters, though.
Yeah, I don't know that would slow me. It's more just Watt got left alone, and so Watt's now distracted. So I'm gonna hop off the counter, and as I do, I'm gonna try to be as sneaky as possible and lift probably a medium-sized pouch off of the pike as I go away.
All right, give me a sleight of hand check.
I'd love if I can to start out with some stealth. Unless you'd rather I just go straight to stealth.
I'm lumping it all into sleight of hand because of the size of the crowd.
You got it. That's not bad. 17.
Versus his 12. All right.
We don't die yet, y'all.
Yet.
So, you pull two things out of this pouch. You do get like a bantha leather pouch, just like a small leather pouch. But
Wait.
the pouch has two things in it. One, it has a credit chip with 20 credits on it. And something that looks like in our real world terms, something that looks like a very coarse, very brown and curly toupee.
All right. So both of those quickly get scurried away, and then does the totally not a scalp look like, does it smell, or is it cured, or
It is cured, but it was obviously a scalp of some type.
all right? I'm gonna hang on to that for a minute, and I'm gonna see if I can make out some identifying markers on this particular pike.
All of them seems to be other than personal flair that they would have to identify themselves. Because Pikes don't really wear type of a uniform, just more of a ceremonial garb. They all wear the signature Pike helmets. A couple of trinkets that are sticking out. Nothing in particular.
Okay.
The only Pike of interest that does stick out and does not match the rest is this gentleman sitting all the way on the far left of the cantina, surrounded by 3 other Pikes.
Oh, sweet. As I'm looking across the crowd and I see one that looks different, I'm gonna take an interest and hop down and start working my way over there.
I will ask for a stealth check now.
Okay. At this point, I am just being a member of the crowd.
Okay.
Yeah,
stealth for
but
just
for
working it in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like even Altair was like the stealth of blending in with the monks.
23.
Yeah, you vanish. It's like it's the Watt supremacy here. It's like one person walks by and then Watt's gone.
And I may make my way over to this seat and sit down as if I was there the whole time.
Okay. It's actually one of those big round cushion seats like you see Yoda and Mace Windows on, and like you're sitting right in the center of it.
I am doing my best Yoda impression right now. Feet together, knees down to the side.
Is the tail like snaking around, or do you have it around?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. So as this is going on, Thule, so you got up off the ground.
Perfect.
Yes. Ooh.
So you see a couple. The crowd goes by. A couple of the crowd walks by as they're kind of dispersing, getting back into the rhythm. And a couple of people, like strangers, patting you on the back. You know, good show, guy. Sorry. that Devik, he's a good fighter. You know, kind of everybody giving you a little bit of remorse. One guy walks up who obviously knows what Devik is. It's like, you can't beat a Gungan? Come on, man.
Mhm.
Oh, it just wasn't my day. And I just try to look as disheartened as possible and walk over to not Tisk, not Watt, Shug
Sure.
Knight.
That's me.
Shug Knight, yeah, and not the person you want to be in the club with, if history recalls correctly. But yeah, so, all right, boss. What's next?
Well, let's go talk to our friend Bobin over here and get paid.
Am I? I am still Jactor in this setting, right? That's
Yes.
okay.
No, I do believe that is what Vobin knows you guys as.
Yeah.
So you're walking,
Okay.
You're walking up. Vobin's kind of looking at a little data pad. The Twi'leks surrounding him. You see him look kind of like don't even notice you guys. He's looking straight past you. It seems to be he's looking at someone in the crowd, and it doesn't even take a perception check to see who he's looking at. The Pike boss is just staring at Vobin, and then you hear a chime on Vobin's data pad, and he looks up, and you see the Pike boss just nod, and he almost relief comes over Vobin's face as you walk up.
I let Bobin see me look back at the Pike boss that he's staring at and back at him. Everything okay here?
Yeah, everything's great. You guys did a great job. Awesome job. Wonderful job. You guys want to do it again? Like in a month or so? Like come back in about 30 cycles. I'll have another fight set up. Come on.
Well, I can't put anything on the books right now, but we'll keep that in mind.
All right.
We play it by ear.
All right. So, like I said, that's 2,000 for that job, right?
Derek doesn't remember because it's been like 3 weeks since we played. Was it?
I was gonna like try to trip you up, but you're right. It's been like 3 weeks since we played. No, you agreed to 4.
That's what I thought. Okay. I was like, I thought I had 4 in my head. 2,000 seems a little light there. Why don't you double it?
See, I like this little Enzelin. You can't get nothing past him. All right. All right, 4,000. So I'll take that off your tab. That's half the cost of the information you want.
Yeah, all right. And what about the information we talked about?
What information? We talked about a lot of information. Anything in particular?
I glance back at the Pike leader, and then I glance back to him. You know, with the I don't want to talk about it here.
I'll tell you what. I can't get you any muscle.
That's fine.
All muscle will be tied back to me, but I can get you out of the district once you do it.
I need that, and I'm gonna need any information you might have that might help us in this endeavor.
What information might that be? I mean, you
A
know.
floor plan would be nice.
Oh, let me just go down to the Hall of Records and pull out a floor plan for a building that's been taken over by a crime syndicate for the past 2 years.
I'm just saying that I think there might be things that you know that will help me help you.
Well, I know they're on that island. I know the island has a landing pad on the back. They usually have a cargo haul on that landing pad that they're loading up.
See, this is the type of information I'm talking about.
Other than that, the only way to get to that little island that they have, that little cordoned off area, is a single bridge, and that's usually guided by some of their pike gods.
All right, this is helpful.
What was
Anything
the
else?
type of building? You said it was a trash refinery that got repurposed?
It used to be it was a trash refinery, like basically a place they would burn refuse to create power, thermal plant.
Is it still operating as a thermal plant?
Oh no, Pykes came in and got rid of all the workers, but it's their little base of operations. Whatever they're doing.
So you're
over
telling
there.
me, so a facility like that makes a lot of waste, yeah?
Yeah.
And there are places where that waste needs to go.
Yeah, but ain't no waste coming out there anymore.
Right, but there's places where the waste is supposed to come out. You understand what I'm saying?
Anal?
Hey, my food delivery is calling me. Give me a second here, sorry.
Okay. Alright. So we will cut back to Tisk.
Yeah, so seeing Shug and Thule head over towards Vobin, I'm not exactly gonna just follow them over there. So I start scanning back across everything and start looking at where Watt has disappeared to. I'm assuming that I can, from my vantage, I can pretty well spot where Watt is up here at the bar.
Yeah, you have the parent in the zoo moment where your kid is just not where you left them.
Mm-hmm.
And you like look over, you look around and everything, and then you spot him up on a cushion right next to the possible Pike crime boss of the district.
Yeah. Cool. Great. So I'm just gonna continue walking away from these dudes and head right back up here to the bar where I ordered my drink last time and order another drink and keep an eye on what the F Watt is doing over here.
Okay. What the F are you doing?
Oh man, that's a long and distinguished list of possibilities. Has the Pike boss noticed me at this point?
No, you I'll say that his eyes have been kind of fixed on Vobin. You see him kind of eyeing whoever's talking to Vobin right now. And let's see. Natural 20. Yeah. Eventually he just turns and looks at you.
I am sipping a drink that I took off one of the random bars. Just like I've been there the whole time. Oh. Hi.
He just looks at his guard and you see him snaps his finger and points. And one of the thugs come walking up there. All right, little guy, get out of here.
I was here first.
That doesn't matter. Go get going. Get your shoebox. Get out of here.
I'm gonna hand my drink to like big two-handed here. Hand my drink to the crime boss. Here you go.
Okay, he reaches over and takes it. Looks very confused. Behind the mask, it looks very confused.
Yeah. The mask turns to 45 degrees.
And he kind of like looks and waits for like one of those trash like waiter bots to come by, and he just kind of sets the drink on the tray.
So I am gonna walk up behind the guard and go to follow the guard because it's like cramped little space, right? And then when the Pike boss turns his head to look for the bot, and when the other Pike turns around so that I can follow him out, I am going to take the security tracker that I have, and I'm going to slip it into the Pike boss's belt, one of his pockets, something like that.
Okay, so you're gonna You're gonna drop your what is it? An AirPod?
Essentially,
AirTag. You're dropping your AirTag.
pretty much. It's a surveillance tagger.
Yeah,
So
I remember you got that.
yeah, a tiny little thing, but I've already paired it up to my wrist pad, and if I think it's gonna be risky, like Watt realizes that he's doing something really stupid right now. So if
Would he though?
oh man, what's his wisdom again? Yeah, his wisdom's pretty high. He may be naive, but he's not stupid. So if the goal is to plant the tracker on the boss, I got over here without him noticing. He thinks his security guard is handling the situation. So with a quick glance around, if I can pull it off, if I think I can pull it off, then I'll go for it.
Okay,
And
I was gonna give you disadvantage for trying to steal something, but since you're just adding, I'll let you roll a straight roll for sleight of hand.
nailed it. Here's where it goes, boys. Oh, 25.
Nice.
You don't just drop it in a pocket. You found a hole in a seam, and you put it in there. You have officially low-jacked the Pike boss.
Fucking nailed it. So I'll go over to the bar where Tisk is, and just kind of hop up on the bar and water.
The guard sees you jump over there, and he sees Tisk. He looks at Tisk. Is that yours?
Is what mine?
He gestures with his blaster to what?
Yeah, that's what he's asking. Is what yours?
What?
Do I look like I keep pets?
He looks at you. You look like you might eat them.
That's fair.
And I just turn back and just just all teeth towards what?
Pike turns around, Trendoshans.
I boop him.
You booped it.
I boop Tisk.
Oh, I was like, who are we booping here?
I boop Tisk.
There's a like scrunching of the nose, like, and I just go back to my drink, waiting for the guard to leave.
Alright, so Vobin speaking to Shug after he answered his comlink call.
Sorry.
Vobin's like, hey, we got somebody watching. You guys get out of here.
Well, I said that I didn't want to talk about this here, and then you started the conversation. So yeah.
You
all
came
right,
up to
we'll
me.
continue
You know
this
what?
stuff.
I ain't getting into this. You just get out of here.
All right, that's fine. We'll talk later.
Thule looks at the Gungan and just smirks. Good fight.
He's sitting there. He's getting his arms rubbed by one of the Twi'lek dancers, and you just hear him. He's like, "Used to see me out there? Yeah." He didn't stand a chance.
Oh my god.
Thule, being the ent that he is, swallows his pride and
3 shots of whiskey.
I realized last night, leaving my other D&D game, I have no whiskey in the house. It's been a dry night, y'all. I'm struggling.
Most unfortunate.
Well, we cleaned out our cabinets and realized the only whiskey or liquor of any type we have in here is a bottle of Amaretto.
Nice. Sours it is.
Alright, so Thule and Shug, you guys are walking away from Vobin. About this time, you guys see the Pykes kind of kind of gathering up and splitting up the crowd as the Pike boss stands up, and the Pikes kind of in almost one unit with the guards surrounding the Pike boss start to leave the cantina.
I wait for them to leave completely. And I look at Tisk, and I look down at my data pad on my wrist, and I rotate it just enough so that he can see it, but it's kind of like hidden from the rest of the room. So it's like near his chest, and you can see the tracker activating.
Now that's what I call a meal. Nice work. And I'd like click my claws at the bartender and point down at my drink and give what's left of my drink over to Watt.
All right. So, what? You've consumed 2 alcoholic beverages on your small size. I need you to roll a Constitution.
Stolen a partial drink and taken some sips out of it, and now he's handed me another one, and I've taken some sips out of that.
You are a malnourished slave. You are a malnourished slave that weighs 20 pounds of that.
Hey, I've been free for I don't know, however long it's been since the Battle of Jakku. Let's see.
4 weeks.
All right, just con save.
Yeah.
How do I click? Oh, there we go. Saving throw. I'm sorry. This is unreasonably good. 25.
This drink's kind of weak.
Having never consumed alcoholic beverages before, I don't know this. I just keep drinking.
I can tell you right now, what was just handed you is not weak.
I don't know the difference.
Keep thinking that.
This is like the 3rd alcoholic beverage Watt has ever consumed. So
Shug and Thule, you guys spot your partners. Tisk with a shit-eating grin, Watt sitting like crisscross applesauce with this big-ass alcoholic drink in a curly straw.
I look like a kid holding the the drinks on
Big gulp.
Yeah, no, fuck. My brain just stalled completely. I'm so sorry. New Orleans, the giant hurricanes, the souvenir cups.
Yeah.
I look like a kid holding one of those, but it's full of blood wine.
What are you?
Yeah.
You're talking about when you and I were down at Bourbon Street walking around lava flows?
Yeah. I look like a child holding a cup that fits like 3 gallons. And appear to be doing just fine.
Alright, so the fight thrown, the party kind of reunited in the same spot. The Pike bosses leaving the cantina, Vobin shooing you guys away. What are we doing?
What? I'm drinking.
So,
I don't know what you're doing.
So who won money on me? I would like to hold some of it, as I have no money of my own.
I reach in my pocket, and I pull out a handful of credit chips, and I'm going to roll randomly to see how many.
Perfect.
I hold out 7 credit chips.
Takes me up to a total of 8 credits, y'all.
Here, for funsies, because it's Watt, we'll do it again.
2 handfuls.
Make that, 24? 23, excuse me, I can do math.
All right. I can buy my own noodles next time we go out, y'all. Thank you.
I go to reach in my pocket again and then get distracted by my drink and start drinking.
Thank you, Watt.
Speaking of noodles, I'm gonna go grab my food and then I'll be right back.
Oh,
Your
So-
confidence in my ability to fail is overwhelming.
Just because I
What?
want to, just because I want to see Tiss
You
react.
Never
lost.
mind.
Just
On purpose.
oh, I was accidentally on mute. Just because I want to see Tiss reaction. When Watt opens up his pouch to grab these credit chips, give me a perception check, Tisk.
Okay. Let's see.
That's fair.
You get what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, I was gonna pull it. I was gonna bring it up later, but this is even better.
That should have been plus. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm not scroll down. 17. There it is.
17. Oh, perfect. When you see Watt open up his pouch to pull out these credit chips, you see a glint of something. Wookiee hair.
Interesting.
As in a lot of it.
Ah. Like
Attached to
Like-
something.
perhaps the toupee looking thing
Yes.
that he took previously.
It's actually a merkin.
Get out of my head.
Sorry.
How would this react to that?
Culturally, maybe pride.
Yeah. So I think there's
How many
a
points
there's-
is that?
well, that's legitimately like where my brain's going with this. There's a moment where like you do that and then like a claw just like goes down into the pouch. And
I smack
pulls
your
it-
hand.
And the hand does not yield. Pouch comes with hand.
I smack it again, and then it's like a cat.
I just like grab wrist and pull away. And I like pull the pouch up and look at it and put it back down. And I just kind of give a side eye towards
Why?
towards Watt.
My money.
Did this little thing skin a Wookiee?
Good points. Not sure where you got it, but good job.
Watt has no idea what you're talking about.
Don't care if he does.
I love this.
Wookiee hair do care?
So there was maybe like a quarter of that drink left. Has Watt been drinking enough to like actually take it down or no?
Oh, it's gone.
I'm sorry.
Okay, cool.
He rolled a 17 on con.
Yeah.
It's going away like a
As soon
slushy.
with that said, Watt confused. I hear the at the end of the drink, and I like snap fingers at the bartender again, and I put down for 2 drinks this time to refill Watt. And then when the other one comes in, I'll hand it to Thule.
And so bring these blood wines up. The bartender looks at you very worried, seeing you handed it to Thule. Yeah, that's 3. 13 credits each.
But no, it's put it on Bobin's tab. It's just fight it. Come on.
He looks at Vobin, and let's see. He looks at Vobin. Vobin, obviously not getting an insight check, looks over and he just waves the guy. And he's all right.
Magical.
Just takes their hand away from their pouch that they were about to pay with, and just takes the drink, hands it to Thule, elbow on the bar. Good fight.
I thought I performed well. Thank you for the drink. It's been a long time since I've had one of these.
I get kind of close to your face and I'm like, honestly, it made me nervous there. I thought you were actually gonna beat him.
It was hard not to.
Watt looks over from the bowl of this drink. You're not a very good fighter.
Oh.
Hey, look, we're working on it, okay?
Remember,
I'm
Watt does not understand what happened.
Yeah. He did his best, okay?
I'm one hell of an actor, though.
That he is.
See the confusion. Watt?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Just wait till you see me get angry, Watt, and I pat your head.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't seen. Well, we've only had one combat, so we haven't seen Thule get mad yet. So, as you guys are sitting here, you hear. I was gonna say you hear like some like sexy ringtone from like Shug's communicator. What does your what does it play? Does it?
Oh shit! Check that out! That moving like
That's my ringtone for so long!
I can't attest. That was in fact Sean's ringtone for a long time.
That is
I
hilarious.
loved the song Swing when it came out. I was addicted to it.
See that hip swing?
See,
God damn it.
let's see. I thought I
Go
was
ahead.
cool. I thought I was cool because my ringtone for like 2 years was White and Nerdy, but by Weird Al Yankovic.
So, all through college, my ringtone was the fucking theme for the for the Rohirrim, and so every time my phone would ring, I would be like, "Run, Rohan!"
Man, I thought we were nerds, dude. Also winning.
Well,
That was the
my
first thing that popped into my head. I don't know.
my first cell phone, my ringtone was always the level up noise from Final Fantasy until fucking Advent Children came out, and then I had to change that because everyone thought I liked that movie. So,
Damn.
so on that point, Bill's mad. So, continuing forward, Shug, your comlink goes off. It sounds however you want it to sound.
That's we're going with the. It's the song
definitely
"Swing"
Swing
by
by Savage.
Bad Baby.
My bad baby. Yeah.
I'll hover outside and take the call since it's probably really loud in here.
Yeah, that West Coast jizz and that East Coast jizz beef. Just
Jesus Christ.
Man,
Fucking hell.
just jizzing all over each other.
yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So yeah, I hover outside and I answer.
You pick it up. You hear a male voice. Hello?
Hello, who's this?
Who's this?
I asked you first.
Yeah, this scary Trandoshan told me I needed to call you if I wanted compensation.
Oh, yeah. You used to work at the trash facility, right?
Yeah.
Good. So they're being investigated for malpractice, and you might be entitled to some money. We just need you to come to the office tomorrow and answer a few questions.
Just me. These,
Well, we're trying to get in contact with all the previous employees, but it's been a little rough since they scattered across the planet. But if you have the contacts of any other employees, as much information as we can get, we just want to get people their money.
you're here in the background. You're like, hey, tell them about us. Maybe we can get paid too. He's like, shut up. I am. All right. Yeah, I might be able to get a hold of how much credits we talking about here?
Well, it's a class action suit, so we won't know until we move it along in courts. But right now, we're gathering information. We need proof that the malpractice was happening, and then the how it goes in court. It depends on how much money you get paid.
You hear one of the guys. How can you have malpractice at a trash facility? So, I don't know. It's lawyer talk. All right, where's your office?
I'll give him the address to the hotel we're staying at.
The seedy hotel.
It's like a
listen,
block away.
Listen, we don't live in the undercity, but we've rented out a place that I'm working out of for the time being. It's not too far from the trash facility. I'll send you the address.
Is this on the up and up?
What do you mean? What do you mean? I can assure you that this is a real lawsuit, and we are an entirely real law firm. Yes.
Give me a deception check.
All right. Hang on a second. What is my deception? +5.
If you and your family has inhaled asbestos, please call the law offices of Bart Durham.
Dax Objector, attorneys at law.
Yes. All right, here we go. Oh, fucking behind the bull. Dude, that's a fucking nat 20. That's a 25 total.
Okay.
That's fantastic.
Hell yeah.
All right, this is work. This will work. He's like, yeah. Tomorrow, you said, yeah, we'll be there. I'll bring some friends with me. We'll be there tomorrow.
All right,
So,
just
and
be
what-
prepared. It might take a minute. You're going to be asked extensive questions, and you need to be as detailed and specific as possible about
Detailed,
different parts of your job.
Specific. Okay. All right. You guys don't drink tomorrow. All right. We'll be there. What's your name?
Dax.
Dax. Okay. We'll see you tomorrow, Mr. Dax, in the calmly closes.
I can't fucking believe this is working.
Right?
I am waiting for everything to come crashing down.
Oh, everything has balance, and you guys have been rolling hot since the very first game.
It's
So
true.
it's gonna go poorly.
Oh yeah,
It is.
we're
And that
we're
one's in
rolling.
combat are real.
We're rolling so much above our weight class right now. Like this is stupid.
All right. So on that note, it is getting late into the day. You guys have done quite a bit for the day. You track down Vobin, talked to him, threw a fight, stole every camera out of his love nest, especially the ones that were set up around the bed. Yeah. So, what's the party doing as the I would say the sun's going down, but you guys are in the other city. It's always going down.
I hover back into the club after a while, and I mean, I'm not in a rush to get out of here. We can finish our drinks and shit, but I think it's time to go back to the hotel and have a little powwow.
Thule has recovered his bag from Tisk and is putting his clothes back on, or putting his normal clothes back on. He takes out his vibro mace and slams it across his back. And thanks for holding this. Are you keeping a grenade?
I'd forgotten about that.
Wait, did I take one of your grenades?
No, I said there's a couple grenades in there. You can have one if you want. When I gave you the bag.
Nah, I hand it back to him. I can make more.
Oh, good.
Hang on. Yeah, there's still one less grenade in there. Because yeah, There.
Because what?
Why
What?
not? Yeah, like
Because what not?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so party consensus. You guys heading back to the apartment? Is there anything that you guys wanted to do before then?
I would, just given that we have stuff going on with, things that are going to be happening in the near future here, I would look to see what kind of like arms vendors or anything there is in the area. If there are any such means of procuring even just like raw materials. It doesn't have to be already made into that. Basically looking for explosives, like raw materials with which I could make explosives.
How do you want to search for such a place?
Actually, I know a guy.
Technically, you do.
What kind of grenade did I steal?
just a regular frag grenade.
All right, you got it.
I mean, so legitimately, like if Shug would have a bead, I'd ask Shug, but otherwise, I'd probably check and see. I feel like bounty hunters would probably have various contacts in the area of like people in different places to get materials for such things, but
Look, if you're asking me, I can tell you a place, but what I saw in there was not particularly encouraging. Joe was putting a fucking an ion calibrator into a blaster pistol, and it was, I don't know. Maybe your contacts can find something better. But here's the place.
Sure. So I'll go find this place and see what they got.
So this place is actually back the way you came. When you guys took the from the Market Arcade place where Galaxy Noodles was, you and it was you and Watt that took the taxi, and then Shug and Thule took public transportation. This weapon shop is actually back where Galaxy Noodles was.
I could go for Noodles.
I'm headed that way if you want some.
But this is a good plan. Why don't you go get whatever you need from the store, and then go to Galaxy Noodles, bring some noodles back to the hotel for all of us, and then we can have a little powwow. Because it's not a real Star Wars session if we don't eat noodles.
Apparently, you guys have got to fucking eat noodles every game.
I look.
Hey,
One
Curly's
noodle.
a big dude and just had a hard fight. Okay, he needs noodles.
He's a big
One-
guy, and he needs a big noodle.
One noodle. One noodle.
A galaxy-sized noodle, to be accurate.
Right?
Tisk looks towards Thule's drink, realizes there's like about as much in Thule's cup as Tisk's, and Tisk flanks it against Thule's, and then just like clearly starts chugging.
Thule follows suit. 100%.
So does Watt.
Yes.
Fantastic.
All right, so
all my dreams coming true.
So about this point, since Watt, I don't want Watt to know we'll roll another one, but Tisk and Thule, I need you guys having Constitution saving throws.
I mean, I'll roll another one.
Nah, I'm still feeding off your 17.
Oh man, if I'm the only one who stays sober.
Hold on. How do
I roll off the character sheet for this
That's
again.
what I was trying to see is how to
So
actually.
click
roll.
on
Oh,
the
okay.
word Constitution.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I had to find it earlier.
Oh no.
Oh,
yeah!
yeah!
There it is. There it is. I will take that as my failure. Hell yeah.
Thule slams it back with no problem at all and looks over at Tisk.
So does Watt.
Tisk, that last chug, man.
Yeah, that one hit hard.
It's the nail that broke the bantha's back. So you're feeling tipsy, man.
Yeah,
And,
there's a that one hit like straight back to the back of the throat in all the wrong ways, and there's a
with a natural one, man. It's kind of coming up. You're verping. Alcohol.
Yeah, no.
Don't make that noise.
Mouth is watering. It's wanting to come up, and liver saying everybody out.
Yeah. I reach over to the glass of water that that Watt had ordered like way back before I gave him the drink. And take like a few small drinks of that, trying to keep everything down.
He's like holding the edge of the counter, swaying.
Is this a bad time to remind you that we're going for Noodles?
Perhaps Noodles first.
Something needs to soak that up before it comes out.
Then I set the drink down. Shut up and let's go.
Okay. So who all's going to this weapon shop / noodle place? Which I need to make one of those in games. Weapon shop / noodles.
Right?
Absolutely, yes.
Shoodles and noodles.
Yes.
I love it.
So, is there a whole party going? You guys gonna make it easy on me?
Yeah, that's fine. So, like, when sorry, name not Thule, but fucking Tisk. When Tisk reacts that way, I'm like, maybe we should all go along here. It's a group expedition. I'm not going into that weapon shop though. It'll be better if I stay outside.
So, all right. For lack of for brevity's sake, you guys make it to the public transportation that was right behind here, right where Shug and Thule were dropped off when you first got to this district. Taking public transportation back the way you came, you guys are dropped off at the market. You see that a lot of the places are starting to close up as late as it is. They're pulling down the security gates. You see Oodles and Galaxy Noodles. They're still open. They got some clientele inside.
I don't even wait for the rest of the group. I go straight to the noodle shop. Because that is the whole reason that I assume we've come here.
It's dinner.
I'm glad she opened up after we left. I was worried she would have stayed closed. Oh, happy day.
So as you're walking up, Hito looks at you and sees the party coming, and she's like, No, everybody out, we're shutting down. No, and the clients are like, What? And he's like, No, we closed.
I just hold up a credit chip.
As
It's the chit that I had.
It's okay. We're ordering to go.
She just looks at you guys, just this fear in her eyes of, you said you weren't coming back.
I just want noodles. And I'm like, I'm giving the uppies hands.
Okay.
How can we not come back? It's the best noodles in the undercity.
Roll a cuteness persuasion.
Yes. Persuasion. My amazing +0 to this. What the hell? 19.
Did you see it land on that one? And
I
then
did.
roll back to 19? What mod did you download for Foundry?
I haven't downloaded anything, man.
Jesus.
It's your server.
All right.
Yep. Watt is cute as hell and just wants noodles
Yeah.
and maybe uppies.
Very much, with a 19, you're doing the Puss in Boots, like for Noodles, and she just picks you up and puts you on the counter. And as Thule walks in and Tisk walks in, she immediately looks at Tisk. Is he drunk?
Proudly, Watt goes, "Yep."
Tisk says nothing and like slams down, sitting into a chair so hard that like it might make it, it might not. That it's questionable.
Oh yeah, you're Bill drunk at the Waffle House when his girlfriend in high school dumped him. So,
Oh no.
Oh dear. He is indeed intoxicated. He's provided us noodles.
Noodles. Meat.
all right, so she starts like making a couple of broth pots of noodles. Ye old Star Wars ramen. Watching you guys very much as you guys are coming in, especially on. Let's see, just gonna roll for it. Yeah, as soon as the drunk Trandoshan walks into the noodle shop, a bunch of people just get up. Their noodles aren't even finished. They're just leaving. You see one Rhodian gets up. She's got her kid, and she's like, "Come, let's go." And she's dragging her kid out of the shop. The kid's like, "My noodles."
I take the kids' noodles.
That kid should be in bed.
The kid's
Savage.
in bed.
Stealing child's noodles.
Like stealing noodles from a child.
Literally.
I'm sitting there like waiting for Noodles to show up. I pull a grenade off and I start like flicking it back and forth between my claws, and like I'm not trying to turn it on and off, but like I'm flicking it on and off, like as it's just rolling back and forth. Like
roll me a dexterity check with disadvantage.
It's not on purpose at this point. It's super haphazard.
I don't know. My internet.
We need to find him a more appropriate fidget.
Can you guys hear me?
I got this covered, and I give you the remote to my.
Oh no. Well, as we're sitting here, I think you guys are going to be the only one listening to me because my internet just shut off. So all the guys are frozen on my screen right now. So now it's easy listening with Bill. How is everybody? I hope you had a good day. Still frozen. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, and I'll come back to you guys once I have connection again. Oh, wait. Now we're back. Easy listening with Bill is over. The internet connection is back. So we're back here with the party. So what happened while I was gone?
I don't know. What was the last thing you heard?
We burned down the noodle hut and probably destroyed the whole neighborhood.
So legitimately, what was the last thing that you heard, Bill?
Honestly, I don't know, because you guys were talking and I was trying to talk and I was like, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? And which is great because I'm not going to edit this. It's going to be all on the fucking podcast.
Yeah, so we went into the noodle shop. I plopped down and started fidgeting with a grenade.
Yeah, that was it.
Worriedly.
That was the last thing I heard, because when you said I'm fidgeting with a grenade, I said roll a dexterity check with disadvantage.
Oh, yeah. No, didn't hear that.
Okay. Yep.
Well, all right. Ability check, disadvantage. I mean, it could be worse.
Define worse. 8. Okay. So with an 8, you go. You do this all the time. You play around for grenade. You throw it over your knuckles. You wait for it to hit that back knuckle, and you just hear, dink, 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 as it starts rolling across the floor. And let's roll a 1d100.
What could possibly?
Luckily that didn't hit the number. It did not activate.
I like fall stand out of the chair and grab
I
it.
push you, and my tiny little weight might be enough to stop you right now.
You guys
But
hear,
I just push you back down and go get it.
you hear the trickling of water as you look over, and Yahito as she's pouring noodles, the bowl is turned as she's pouring the noodles in, and the broth is just trickling out of the bowl to her feet as she just looks terrified.
I pick it up.
Happened.
I pick it up and I put it in my pocket and I say, "Sorry," and I come over to help with the bowl.
She starts setting down all 4 bowls of noodles and did you contact the Pykes?
Yep.
Are they alive?
Look,
check
it's better if you don't ask any of these questions.
You know,
I
thought,
check my little wrist comm to look to see where the tracker is. Yep.
You know, I think you're right. I think I don't want to know. And she just drops all 4 bowls of noodles in front of you guys and walks off to the back of the store.
That's smart. That's for the
And
best.
and after the grenade incident, yeah, you guys are the only patrons in this shop. There are
Nailed it, guys.
several tables.
I'm like not aware why anyone would have left otherwise to any of the happenings. Tisk just looks around and goes, "Well, I guess we're alone to talk since no one's here." And I just like go back to my noodles.
So we're doing this thing, and again with the shopkeeper listening on the. No, we're gonna eat our noodles, and then we can go to the store, and then we can go talk in private.
Oh, okay.
Tisk is already not listening and is just eating noodles.
The noodles, they're surprisingly going down, Tisk. Whether they stay there, you're not sure.
Tisk at one point has just noodles and just broth all across his chin, and I will take the scalp out of my pocket and wipe off his face, and then put it back in my pocket.
Oh.
He turned the Wookiee scout into a napkin.
Now, all of you know about it.
I don't think Tisk has words right now.
Is
I'm not-
that? Did
Don't.
Did you get?
No, just let it.
What did you do to a Wookiee, Watt?
A what?
No, not yourself. What did you do to the Wookiee?
You say not yourself, and he goes, okay, and goes back to eating.
I have so many questions. And I look to Tisk like I'm about to ask some of those questions, and I see the state that Tisk is in. Never mind.
You notice the last time you guys are here, Tisk had something alive in his bowl. Well, it's still alive. It's now crawling up his arm. As you see this octopi-like creature that was in his bowl, just kind of slowly creeping up his arm.
I snatch it and eat it myself this time.
Oh, rude.
Nailed it.
Surprisingly crunchy for a creature that does not have bones.
I see why you like this one.
So, barring chaos, Watt doesn't really have any
So
thing to do.
There's a moment when you grab it and eat it that there is like a feral like rage that crosses over Tisk.
it's like stealing someone's accidental curly in their fries.
Yep.
And Tisk just like just says is less like fuck it, and just gives a growl and goes back to shoveling noodles.
All right, so unless the party has anything else, you guys successfully Noodles achieved. There you go. And you know what? Just for the sake of it, because it makes me laugh, and I was going to have you guys do it at the end of the session. Noodles achieved. You guys level up.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yay!
Do you want us to do that now, or do you want to wait till the end of the session to level?
Whatever you guys want to do.
I think we should probably just wait
Yeah.
That's
to not
fine by
interrupt the
me.
flow.
It's perfectly
Yeah.
fine. I just wanted the noodle trip to. It's just fitting. I wanted to be the moment that you guys level up.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
I dig it.
All right, so with the noodles achieved, you guys level up. As soon as you leave, the security gate comes down from and the lights are off. Like you
Did
don't.
she charge us?
Nope.
Leaving her store standing was enough.
That's fair.
You guys have played with grenades and terrified her 2 times now.
You're welcome.
She's just
For your free meal.
Your payment is leaving.
Should we take a break now, Sean, or do you want to?
The girls aren't home yet, so I'm good.
Okay, word.
Usually we take a break at 8:00. So, continuing forward, you guys walk the 100 or so, 200 feet to the weapon shop that Shug was talking about. And as you walk up, Shug, you see a very familiar character closing up shop and pulling the security gate down. He's pulling it down about halfway as you see him doing so.
Shit. I'm trying to decide because he doesn't really like me. But if I don't intervene, he's gonna fucking run from these assholes. What's his name again?
Loeb Hawadam.
Loeb. Hey, want to make a couple extra credits and stay open a minute?
Just like before, he has his back to you. He tenses his shoulders like nails on chalkboard when he hears that voice. He turns around, seeing you and your entourage. What do you want, Shug?
I just wave at him.
I look back at Tisk. What was it? You just want components for explosives?
Materials.
Yeah.
You just walk around with a Hurlik, a fuzzy thing, and a drunk Trandoshan now?
Yeah.
Moving up in the world. I see.
It's all about the hustle. What about you, Thule? You need anything?
And Thule, there are many things I could use.
I don't. Why are you acting like we're open? Don't you see that I'm pulling down the grate? My boss isn't even here.
Was that hesitation him or you?
That's what he said.
Aren't you the boss?
No, it's
Yeah. See, I told him you're the one in charge here, and that you'd give us You give us good business.
Is this one of your scams? You know I'm not the boss. I work for the quill that owns this place.
All right, but like, you can make us a deal, right?
What, you want me to try to risk my job by selling you some of his stock under the table?
No, no. I just want to pay you for whatever the hell's in the store. I'm asking you to keep it open for next extra 10 minutes.
Damn it, Shug. Give me a persuasion check.
All right, that's a +7. 2 and 11, so 18.
You just see him grab the security gate. It just
Look, I know
comes
you
back
got-
up.
I know you got sales quotas. We're helping you out here.
Yeah. Just hurry up. He's got his arms crossed. Don't need to
All right,
make
let's
me
make it-
lose another job.
Let's make it quick. And you, I point to Watt. No stealing.
What?
Don't take anything that's not yours.
Okay.
Better yet, just don't touch anything.
Oh.
So, what Bill's excited about is I get to play around with this. So, on the board, on the lovely, doubly map of Coruscant, you guys will see a shop open up. You guys can click on it, and I'll do it again.
I'm gonna refresh here.
Nope, there it is. I hit the wrong button. You guys see a flag up there? It says weapon shop.
I'll refresh too, but I didn't see one at first.
Nothing. Is it in the black?
Oh, no. It's right there beside the... Let's see if I can make it bigger.
Nope.
You should see a flag.
Only here. I'll screenshot and show you what we got. Yeah, we don't have that. Sorry.
Okay. Well, since I can get in, I can get into it. You guys should be able to go to it yourself. As I refresh.
Did you set the asset to be able to be viewable by all?
Yes.
Alright.
And... You guys see where my cursor is? It should be right there.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope.
No,
All right.
nothing.
Technical difficulties. I'll work on that later. So, anyways, let's open it up, and they have for sale, since this is a weapon shop. They have a deafening bolt, some cryo cells, some flechette clips, and flechette mag. A a flux collimator,
Bless you.
corrosive projections tank, some snares, flashlight attachments, and recasting cores for blasters. They have a demolitions kit. They have a poisoner's kit. Weapon wise, they got bolos for sale. They have bowcaster for sale and a marksman blaster for sale.
You didn't say after you.
So I guess all of this is just like pre-made things. They don't have any like general materials.
Ask him.
Is this all? Looking more for parts.
I'll tell you what, I could go in the back, but honestly, I ain't trusting any of you up here alone.
Well, how about we all come into the back with you then, I guess.
I can go back.
Not allowed to touch anything back there either.
Oh,
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm basically just looking for like various materials to make any form of like explosive or trap just in downtime. So whatever that looks like across this, whether it's, partially depleted power cells or, trigger materials, this, that, whatever else, like it can be makeshift. I don't really care. I can work with whatever.
All right. So he goes in the back. He eventually comes back with like a small box. He sets it down on the counter. He goes, "Here, we got some volatile chemicals and stuff in here that we use. Couple of wires, couple of triggers. Hey, this is all stuff that won't go missing. If someone does inventory, if you know what I mean. So, give me 50 credits. It's yours."
Yeah, done. Without hesitation, I hand him 50 credits.
All right. You have enough materials to possibly make 3 grenades.
Okay. Sweet.
Is that it? Is that all you guys need?
You got anything I can use to upgrade this? I'm gesturing to my hovercraft.
He's like, we mostly deal in weaponry here.
All right, you got anything I can use to upgrade this with weapons?
But we got that handy flashlight attachment over there, and we got a Ren casting core. It's when you attach it to a blaster, you're able to use your computer abilities or whatever it is a little better.
But, you're a man of eloquent words. Can you try that one more time and explain for those of us?
You know
who,
me. I don't know what I'm doing.
So okay,
Above table.
just go slow.
Above
Okay,
table. Ren casting core. While using this item as you focus, it's a blaster modification. You gain a +1 bonus to the tech save DC of powers that require a dexterity or intelligence saving throw.
Okay, when would that come into play? I'm not understanding.
is that the modifications you see on like character classes?
No, this one's a blaster modification.
Okay, so doesn't go in a modification slot.
No, it goes in a blaster modification slot. Like blasters, if you look at any equipment, blasters, weapons, armor, it'll have slots in it, and that's how many modifications you can fit inside that weapon.
Okay.
And this is
Neat.
This is a blaster modification that can be dropped into a blaster, and when you do, while using this item as your focus, it's basically as using it as your tech focus, you gain a +1 bonus to the tech save DC of power. So basically, it raises your DC for the powers, the tech powers you use that require the enemy to make dexterity saves, requires the enemy to make intelligence saves. It raises the DC up by 1.
Interesting. All right. Yeah, this is a whole level of the rules that I haven't even looked into yet, apparently.
Yeah. So he's like, I got those. If I got a bowcaster and I got a marksman blaster rifle. I don't know how you're gonna fit either of those in that little thing.
For no reason at all, Watt is staring at the marksman rifle. Just, is it an Imperial model?
No.
Okay. Then he's just staring at it like it's shiny.
White can't even use it. You gotta have a strength 13 to even wield it.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd be capable by any means.
It'd be like a shoulder mounted bazooka for you.
It's a crew surf weapon for me.
He looks at you. We also got a. If you're interested in explosives, we got a demolition kit over there. But the boss got it over there for 400 galactic credits.
I think we already have one of those, right?
I just give it like a hand wave. Not needed.
All right, I think that'll be it.
All right. Okay.
What was that, Julie? Sorry, what did Sean say?
Said we have a couple. Pull my own demo kit out of the bag.
All right. Well, if this is it, you're done wasting my time. I got my credits. You got your stuff. Transaction's complete. So, Shug, as I said, I hope the next speeder you're on falls out of the sky, and get the hell out.
Yeah, likewise.
Bye.
Yeah.
Fisk is already walking out of the shop, like claw digging through, seeing what all the crap is that he just bought.
He looks down at Watt and he's like, "You were actually the nicest one out of them all." But then he closes the security gate right behind you.
I have totally stolen something. Just something small and innocuous and not worth anything. Some tchotchke
And
is in my hand right now.
And on that note, we are 5 minutes till 8, so I'm going to go ahead and say we're going to take our break. We'll be back here in about 20 minutes, and those of you that are listening to the podcast, we'll be back here in a couple of seconds. We're back. All right. Hey, and he just got back. So, party wrapping up at Quill's at the Quill's armor shop, weapon shop, buying some much needed supplies to make more boomy things. You guys take public transportation back to the Pike District, arriving at your hotel, or seedy little love shack, that belonged to a Doug. Before you guys settle down for a long rest, is there anything any of you need to do? Well, actually, Shug said he wanted to have a powwow.
And where is the Pike boss right now?
Pike boss? You know, given the does that item say what the distance is?
Let me check. A tiny unobtrusive surveillance tagger with a small radio transmitting words. Tiny unobtrusive surveillance taggers are small radio transmitting beacons used to aid in surveillance and tracking. Nope, it just sends me to that fandom, that
Okay.
Star Wars.rpg.ffg fandom.
Well, I will say it's not Galaxy. It's not going to be
No,
Galaxy
no,
wide.
no.
It's not going to be
We're like-
worldwide. But you are close enough to tell. Which, since you have a map of the area, I'm not going to make you roll for it. He appears to be on that island. If you call it an island, that offshoot landing pad turned in, or facility.
Okay. Well, so Shug, at some point on the way back, I'm like riding on one of the other's shoulders, and you see that I'm like actively tracking this guy. And I have shared with you what it is at that point.
Do you want to roleplay that?
I was just trying to drop it so that we can move past it at this point.
Oh, okay. That's fine. What's he doing?
Walking upstairs and or turning left or maybe right.
Where is he? Anywhere interesting?
Over there. And we're like on the catwalk, and I literally just point at the island.
God damn it. All right, thanks. Yeah, keep me updated if he goes anywhere interesting.
You see him go into a small closet on the map and kind of just stay there for a long time.
He's pooping.
Everybody poops. Even the Pykes.
Neat little tidbit of Star Wars knowledge. It wasn't until Mandalorian Episode 1 that you actually saw a toilet for the first time in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So yes, the galaxy does poop.
We have learned recently.
All right. Sorry for the delay.
No, it's fine. We came back without you. So, party, gathering everything. Like I said, Jacob, you guys are now back at the Little Love Shack Hotel. Shug and Watt having a discussion about the Pike boss and his toiletry business, I guess.
Because why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tisk is probably not really partaking in much of any conversation anyway, and is pretty well sifting through various parts and whatnot, and realizing that they got a really good deal on all of this box of random crap.
All right. So, if no one else needs anything to do, you guys go ahead and click that long rest button. You guys take your long rest. And good thing, too, because I rolled pretty high on whether or not these guys are going to show up at the butt crack of dawn. And sure enough, early in the morning, there's a knock at your door.
Okay, so I don't feel the need to roleplay this, unless you really want to, Bill. But like, what I want from them is to get all the details about like their daily routine, just so that I can have as much information about this facility as possible.
Oh, you role playing it with these guys.
So,
Well,
did
like,
you want to let them in the room with Thule in the room?
So there's like an anteroom, right? There's like
No.
yeah. When we
it's
entered,
just-
it was the room that those people were arguing in, right?
Nope.
There was a room to like before the like.
There's a lobby, not
There's
a
a lobby.
A lobby,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna meet with them in the lobby.
Okay.
Oh, they're knocking on your door.
Okay. So I'll come outside and then meet with them in the lobby.
Okay, so you putter out. You take them out. You see 3 people. You see a Twi'lek, a Duros, and an Ugnaught. And you actually see that the Twi'lek and the Duros are actually dressed kind of nice. They dress kind of nice for this event, you know. And the Ugnaught's in his overalls. I take it. The Twi'lek looks at you and says, "You the lawyer I talked to?"
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. I don't know how you tracked us down. It's my name's Jarek. The Ugnaught over there, the quiet one, his name's Grill, and the Duros over there, that's Kowal.
It's nice to meet you all. I'm going to take all that information down. Actually, I'm going to have you fill out a couple forms so that we can move this process along.
All right. I mean, we talked about it after I talked to you on the phone last night, and I don't understand why you guys are doing something with the courts after place been shut down for almost a year.
Well, these things take time. A place like Coruscant, there's a lot of backlog.
And you see the Ugnaught looks up and he says, "Well, there was the whole fall of the Empire thing."
Yeah, that does put a hitch in some plans, I'm sure. It slowed everything down, but we want to see justice done for those of you who are.
How much we getting paid? That's what the Duros speaks up. Interrupt him while he.
Well, as I explained to your colleague here last night, it all depends. It's a class action suit, and it all depends on how the court proceedings go. So, I'm going to give you some forms. There's going to be a bunch of questions on there. I need you to be as detailed as possible, and then we can get you your money, hopefully.
And Twi'lek looks back at the door. He's like, "I told you, don't say anything. Let him talk." Okay. What'd you want to know?
Okay, so my intention was to have them fill out datapad forms, and I just want to hear about their daily routine, how they got into the facility, what regulations were in place, like what kind of rules they had to follow, where they dumped the waste, what kind of security systems were in place to keep people safe. Do you get what I'm getting at here?
Okay. Well, they take the data pad and they sit down at the desk and they start like they kind of don't get what you're talking about, but they're all like each talking about what they're gonna fill out. And it's like, well, you need to tell him about the drop off here. You know the back loading bay. You know where they processed all the stuff. It was run by that asshole named Jarrett. And Duras is like, oh yeah, I hated that jerk. Yeah. And he's like, actually, I wonder if there's anything we can blame on that guy. And you hear them conspiring. By the time they're talking, they've blamed like half the shit that went wrong there while they worked there on this Jared guy. In your report.
That's fine.
So while this is going on in the fort, what are you guys doing? Waking up in the room?
Go ahead.
So Thule, you wake up to a furry donut on your chest. Like Watt is literally curled up, like my nose is tucked into my own tail, whole 9 yards. Like you're not even sure how I got smaller, but there I am.
That's adorable. I will lift you up surprisingly gently for someone as large as Thule is, and place you directly back down after I move myself out from under you. So you are only moving in elevation. You have not moved side to side at all. You're just up and down.
I do not wake up.
And Thule, thinking of kind of glances through the box that Tisk bought the previous night and doesn't really grab anything, but sits down with his one remaining grenade and starts tinkering with it as part of the kind of the end of the long rest. And I'm going to use my demo kit to try to increase the what's the feature called on this? It's
I forgot about that feature.
amplify explosive.
Yeah.
So I have to make it. I believe demo kits are int based.
I believe that is correct. Yes.
Yeah. So I have to do an DC 15 int check to upgrade the grenade to deal an extra D4 damage. Since I have expertise with the tool.
Yeah, we need to go in quiet. Upgrading explosives.
Yeah, dude. This is quiet for Thule. Oh, I'm sorry. Jinx is barking while we are trying to rock the baby to sleep. So I'm going to go throw her outside. And that is what's my int? Damn, that's only a 14. So I do not successfully tinker. But I'll be back in just a second.
I need to ask him if it says anything about failures.
I don't think it does. I will pull that up real quick and double check, but I don't believe there is a failure situation around that.
Oh, hello.
Whose dog do I hear now?
That
That's
would be Daisy.
I was about to say
Yeah.
that's the Ugnaught. He's not very
Oh.
happy with the situation.
What are we doing, Daisy? Are you being ignored? Yeah.
Pay attention to me.
Goodness.
All right, so Thule's tinkering around with a grenade. Watt is asleep. Shug is lying.
As I do.
So Tisk probably wakes up a little late, still nursing a little bit of a hangover from the day before, but had been awake until they fell asleep, like literally with this pile of stuff in their lap, tinkering and already like starting to like put things together and whatnot. And they literally just like wake up and just go back to like putting things together again. uh, so as I continue, while we're waiting to see what's going on, I'm manufacturing things.
All right, so you're making grenades with the stuff you bought last night.
Correct.
So what sort of weaponry and armor does Tisk wear?
I don't. So I have I literally just wear typical clothes. And I have a physical shield that I carry around with me that I have pulled out during a fight, but otherwise I do not have armor.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, big upset.
Goodness.
All
That
right.
is not an inside voice. Calm down. You need to go outside.
So,
They are back.
Shug.
I don't let the dogs out.
Oh, he did it. So, Shug.
Yes.
You said
He let the dogs out. Well done, Bill. It took me a second. I'm an idiot, but that was solid.
What happened?
Jacob said he was going to let the dogs out, and Bill said, "Oh, he did it."
that was a slow crawl to that to that one.
Yeah, sorry.
Shug, you watch these, lack of a better term, these three idiots, drinking buddies that obviously were just laborers that worked on this processing plant. They kind of slide the data pad back to you, and what you have is 3 reports looking like they're written by kindergartners.
Excellent.
He says, he's like, I don't know what you want to know. We didn't really have a lot of security back then. We kind of just showed up and, I mean, we just burned trash, man.
All right. Well, every little bit of information helps.
And the Duro says, yeah, I maintained the filters for the smoke that came out. And the Ugnaughts like, oh yeah, I worked on the shipping in the back when we shipped out any refuse we couldn't burn.
And you detailed that in the report, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, they weren't big on safety features. I mean, we had this Rhodian named Marco. He lost an antenna.
Yeah, and this is why some of you will be entitled to compensation because the safety things.
Oh wait, you have to get hurt?
No.
I mean, my back has been hurting since we got fired from that place, and the Duros pipes up. What about emotional damages? It's like I haven't been myself since I got
Hey,
fired.
listen. Focus. It's a class action suit, so you're all entitled to damages. Okay. I've got your names. You filled out the reports. That's all I need. We'll be in contact in a few months when this comes out of the courts.
The Ignat looks up. It's like, does it matter if I was drunk most of the time I was working there?
But you didn't put that in the report, did you?
Can I have mine back?
I hand it back to him.
You see him scrolling through, deleting stuff.
Idiots.
He hands the data pad back to you and say, "All right, what was your name again?"
Dex.
Dax. And Mr. Dax, when should we hear from you again?
Well, the court date is set for 3 months from now, and who knows if it's just a one-time deal or if it's multiple appearances. We'll see. We'll be in touch.
All right. All right. If that's all you need from you. They stand up looking very confused. And start heading out of the hotel.
All right. Hopefully we got some information that's useful there. Who knows?
All right. So heading back to the room, you find what? Are you awake yet?
In real life, for my character,
Both.
I'm over here yawning. Yeah. Watt's up at some point. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are awake. It's a brand new day. You've met with the 3 disgruntled employees. You got what you possibly is some information.
What are we doing?
We're planning a rescue. I almost said kidnapping.
Potato.
You're right.
Will we have to fight?
The idea is to get in and out quietly, but knowing us, probably yes.
Okay. And I pull out 2 grenades.
What are you doing with those? We're
And
not fighting here
I
yet.
give one to Tisk and one to Tuli. I gave you your original grenades back.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Disc is like, it's still like focusing on all of this, just like absent-mindedly grabs it, drops it in the box with the rest of everything else.
I don't know if I should be concerned with the amount of grenades that are being passed around within this party.
No, but the Pykes fucking should.
I mean, you should have been.
Yeah, they should.
I mean, Tisk alone has 4 grenades, 2 mines, and enough raw materials for 3 more grenades on him at this point in time.
All I know is that I have to come up with a getaway car, is what's happening right now.
No,
Oh,
we
no.
didn't. No, what's his name's going to provide getaway for us?
Well, and I still have the route code for that taxi, too, so I could call it in.
Cool. He said he can get us out of the sector, so I guess we do still need to get to his club or whatever.
Well, and we also heard that they were shipping stuff out of the back, so there might be a transport there.
Yeah, that's the information I'm hoping to glean from these reports, but we'll see. What's fucking valuable?
No, that was said about the Pykes. I think it was the dude in the bar said that.
Yeah, and so I got information from the ex-employees about like the back gate that they used to ship shit out of. So I'm hoping like we can get some insight there. Is that the same? That's the same thing, Bill?
I don't know. You haven't read the reports.
Okay, I would like to read the reports.
All right. Scanning through, you see a lot of complaint about coworkers, especially like this guy Jared. You see,
Jared sucks.
Yeah,
Jared was one of them.
You see,
No, that's Jarrett. There's Jarrett and Jared.
Oh.
You see, the Ugnaughts report has a lot of complaints about this human named Randall, and how he was an Empire hire.
No. Fucking Randall.
So, things that stick out, just for fun, give you an investigation check as you read through these. See if you can get any decent information.
Parse this information. Okay, let's see what my investigation is. My investigation is a +6. Fucking, where'd my dice go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh. All right. That's a 14.
All right. With a 14, as you scan through this data pad and you're trying to decipher through this mess of just rants. It's like a message board of people that used to work at Walmart, of just people just complaining and tearing down like management and all this other stuff. What you can get from the Duroses is that you learn that he in fact did work on the filtration system that filtered the pollutants out of the burning trash that came out of the processing plant that fed into the turbine that created power for the district. The way he wrote in the report, he was concerned about carcinogens in the smoke because apparently he had to crawl through, as he put, miles and miles of duct work to
Gotta love damn ducks.
to get in and out of the facility to change these filters.
Back.
Are you reading this out loud, Shug?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm immediately going into all the data I have on the maps of the area to include maintenance maps while he keeps reading.
You see that that was in the Duros's one. In the Ugnaught one, the Ugnaught talks about he was in the non-burnable materials shipping unit that's located behind the main unit, just a few hundred feet, or actually just a few feet. And anything that was not burnable was shipped out to go to a waste processing, to a waste junkyard that got shipped off-world. He describes the machines and the shipping containers, about conveyor belts and all this other stuff, and possible like pinch points and like people losing limbs because it wasn't really a safety hazard or a safety process. And he talks about how he doesn't understand why there was 2 security terminals located within the shipping area behind the main plant when they had no security personnel there, that people just used it to search the holonet.
Say that one
Explains
more
why
time.
they set up shop there.
So when they were working there was no security cams.
There was no. Apparently, it's a smaller, separate building from the main building where they ship stuff out of, and that building had 2 security terminals located in it for security guards that was unmanned when they worked there.
Okay, I understand.
And then the Twi'leks one is just constantly complaining about the Empire and how the Empire ran things and how they didn't really have proper safety measures, and they focused on just giving promotions to humans and not aliens within the other city. And his is just all complaints, nothing useful.
The newsflash is that the Empire is racist. Shocker. Okay. There's actually valuable information in there. I'm shocked.
And the only other information is you find out how they got to work every day is they took that long ass bridge.
Okay.
There has
All right,
to be
so-
a way in.
Yeah, that's what we need to talk about. Anything in the reports about where? So the waste was shipped out of the off of the island. Is that what you said?
Basically you had Ugnaughts that picked up waste containers around the district and used hover speeders to carry it to the location. But the location's been shut down, and those speeders are no longer carrying it there. They're actually carrying it to another thermal plant in another district,
Interesting.
as this one is no longer processing trash in the area. And they would just carry the hover carts down that long bridge and dump it into the burner. But since it's been 3 weeks also, Watt determined that the thermal plant is fully running and drawing way more power than it should be.
Yep. While he's finishing up the last couple of reports, I'm looking for other ways in, specifically ventilation tunnels that bring in, or service tunnels that bring in power, stuff like that.
What do you want to use to determine that when you're looking at the map? You want to do investigation or tech? Or whatever skill you want to, you tell me about it.
Yeah, I'd like to use my security kit to identify the security risks that things like that would create in order to then turn around and figure out where those things would be. Mm, 13, not great.
Okay. 13's not great, but you also listening to talking about the air ducts and how the guy tracked through miles and miles of, if he's obviously overreacting and over,
Blowing it up.
embellishing, as it were. But a system like that, possibly with a 13, it might be some ductwork that runs through the through underneath the bridge.
I'll be right back. And I walk out.
Can we be worried?
We say that at the same time. I'm like, should we be worried?
Tisk just continues to tinker. Probably.
Well, if he doesn't come back, I guess we're just a team of 3.
It'll be
And
back.
if he does come back, maybe it'll be useful.
Where are you going? What?
So if I remember the layout correctly, the main entrance of this, like, hostel faced directly to the balcony that overlooked the pit
Yep.
that this thing sat out over.
Yep.
So I'm going to walk out to the railing and then climb over.
All right. So you walk out of the railing and you climb over, and you are literally miles above the next level down, as there are speeder cars flying underneath you.
So I'm immediately going to climb over and then like work my way to a panel that'll be easy to move along, and then kind of take a second, orient myself, and look down. And my claws are just going to into the metal panel just a little bit as I look down and realize it's a long way. And then I'm going to shimmy along it over to the bridge underneath, or shimmy along the railing over to the bridge and then look around underneath it to see if that theory holds true, that there is a ducting or an access tunnel of some sort that I can identify
Okay.
more closely.
Through this process, I need 3 checks from you.
Yes, sir.
I need a stealth check, a climb check, and a tech check.
I have a climbing speed.
You're also got cars that are flying underneath you. Just
Okay.
to grip. I just want to make sure you're gripping.
Okay.
Well,
So here's my athletics. 7. You said tech.
Mhm.
Here's my tech. Jesus, 7. And perception, or stealth was the other one. 24.
all things in balance. So,
Yeah.
as you are climbing along, One speeder gets way too close. Gust of wind hits you. You have one of those moments where you're scrambling. You almost let go. You're able to grab onto some wires. You're hanging by one wire. And it's the very thematic moment of you looking down and you just see stuff tumble out of your pockets.
No.
As you watch 3 or 4 credit chips fall from your overburdened pocket. You see...
I try to grab them with my tail.
Hold on. And you see, just like a napkin, a fuzzy Wookiee scalp kind of floating down. So
I try to grab that with a foot.
Okay, so what are you going to grab for? You're going to grab for the Wookiee scalp or the credits? You get
probably the scalp because it's larger.
Okay, so give me a dexterity save. Or a dexterity check.
Can I throw acrobatics?
Sure.
Okay. Well, it's the same. Oh, it teetered on a 19 and then fell over.
You grab it.
7.
And it just out of reach as it just filters down. Out of sight, along with your credits.
All those terribly lost points.
Yeah.
So
I've already got the points. It's already been witnessed. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 4 credits and a Wookiee scalp. Okay.
With the sadness of you losing these precious, cherished items you've had for a few hours, you just can't concentrate very much on where an access panel could be, but you do see a not so large duct work running underneath the bridge toward the processing plant. Not big enough to fit Thule. Probably not big enough to fit Tisk. But you and Shug would fit. However, the access panel has to be somewhere on the other side of the district. Not under here. And with a stealth, stealth that high, nobody saw you climb over.
I like to think the Wookiee scalp like floated down and then landed in somebody's lap as they zip by on a speeder. And like some delicate flower is just screaming bloody murder.
So back to the hotel room. Tisk, you feel the disturbance in the force. 1,000 Trandoshians just cried out all at once.
That's pretty accurate.
By the way, what are you doing after that? Are you going to continue search or are you heading back?
I will probably, since I've got a climb speed and I can just kind of chill there for a little while, I'm probably just going to mope for a minute and pout. And then I'll spend another minute looking around, and then I'll come back.
So, grand total, you lost one Wookiee scalp and about 15 credits.
Oh, it's 15 now. Okay.
I said they were chips. They had different denominations on them.
That's totally fair. That's totally fair. Let me subtract another 11 here.
So, back at the hotel, what's the dynamic tree doing?
What's the team of 3 doing?
Well, we need to come up with a plan on how to get in here. With these ducts, I think it's a good option for me and Watt to get in, but you two, I mean, look at you. You're both huge. That's not going to work. So
I could not crawl through a duct.
Right. So we need to get you on the island, and you need to be there in an official capacity so that you're not, being pursued. So, I don't know. We can...
So I should not go across the bridge and throw the Pykes off the side?
Maybe save that on the way out, if necessary.
I don't like this plan already.
Thule or not Thule. Sorry, I'm not Thule. Tisk like grabs his pouch out, pulls out like a full on like fragmentation mine, pulls out another piece, and is like looking through, comparing things back and forth and whatnot. It's like, what about distraction?
Yeah, what do you got in mind?
Puts things back, continues fiddling. It's pulling power from somewhere, some reason, right?
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Right. He's it's inferring that it's pulling power from somewhere. Like for some reason, they're drawing a lot of power, right?
Yeah, well, so we know they're cooking spice in there. I imagine that's why. So, Bill, you said earlier that it's active. Did you mean that the power plant is still active, or you mean that it's just drawing power?
It is drawing a massive amount of power from another district, and the filtration system is active. Because they said they had a filtration system that filtered out the carcinogens of the smoke coming out into Coruscant's airspace.
Okay,
The basically
okay.
they've got a furnace that burned trash. The furnace is active. It's not producing power though. The filtration system is active, and something in there is drawing a massive amount of power.
Okay, so it sounds to me like they're using the facility to cook spice, and I imagine that's what is drawing all of that power, and they're using the filtration so that they don't get fucking high out of their minds.
So for the sake of you being able to understand what I'm saying and this not taking fucking forever, Tisk is going to get to the point of like, all right, it's pulling a lot of power. Where is the power coming in? How could we potentially disrupt that somewhere else?
Yeah.
In a big flashy fashion. As he, turns the detonator on and off, and then allowing other people to do whatever they need to there. Whether they're all best suited to be there, or if there's somewhere else that
right,
things could be better suited.
So I like where you're going with that. I think alternatively, what needs to happen is we disrupt the power, like you're talking about, but not in a big way, and then we spin it to say it's a problem on their end, and we are like technicians to go in and repair, and that's our in.
Sure.
So Bill, can we determine where the power is coming from and if it is able to be cut off?
Yeah, you guys downloaded a map, but it's with what?
That's fine. Okay.
I was gonna say, I feel like this is ultimately an answer that Watt is gonna help us being able to like figure out where that is happening at.
Yeah, but Watt's underneath the level, and he big mad.
Yeah, heckin' mad. I'll pop back in eventually.
So let's play this idea out, though. So if we disrupt the power and then we come on scene, well, so they're going to. What they're going to do is they're going to contact the facility and say, "What the fuck's happening? Where is our power?" Right. So we need to intercept that signal.
Yeah.
Somehow, so that we can be like, "Oh yeah, we'll send someone right over." Like this everything's fine on our end. This must be a problem on your end. You understand?
Everything's
fine here.
Yeah.
How are you?
How are you?
Right. Exactly. Yes.
Classic Star Wars.
Then we need to show up and be on site to fix things, but that's where the plan's gonna go off the fucking rails. I think that's where maybe you and Thule show up as technicians, and then Shug, Watt and I can sneak in through the ducts and do our thing.
That feels like a very face need to be able to lie kind of situation.
Fine, okay.
I'm not saying that it can't
you're right.
go that direction.
Yeah.
But like if you're expecting, I'm not sure how it goes for Thule, but if you're expecting Tisk to get away with anything charisma based, you're asking.
So
Thule is proficient in lying to people.
There you go.
Okay.
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 And
So-
intimidating people.
Okay. So
And
then
he has
Tisk
a
doesn't
little
have to
bit
do
of
a whole lot of
tech ability.
talking.
And he has,
Yeah.
And I'm a technician.
Both of you have technician abilities, so that's why I thought was thinking that along those lines.
Yeah. No, as long as somebody else can do the talking, I can be there and just not talk. That's
so
fine.
about this
Yeah.
time, the hotel door opens up, and you just see Watt walk
I've
in,
got-
dragging his tail.
No, I've completely forgotten
Oh, okay.
about what happened at this point. And this point, it's I have it.
I'm sitting on the edge of my seat. What do you have?
I lost points. And then just completely roll past that. Watt jumps up on a table, animatedly, like a kid telling the biggest, most epic dinosaur story ever. Hand motions, I'm moving around, whole 9 yards, and I describe. So I'm going to call the taxi. And then while I'm in the taxi, we're all in the taxi, on the taxi. And I describe getting into the network and shutting off the filtration system, backing all of their fumes back up into the facility. At the same time, the bomb that I set, I have no idea where the bomb's going to come from. Haven't even thought about that part yet. The bomb that I set in the tunnels on the fan as the backup will also go off. So they'll all be high as shit and eventually fall unconscious. And then we're going to come in the taxi to the landing pad like a military assault. And like Watt is going to the 9, describing this whole thing as if it's already happened. However, what you glean out of this is, despite Watt's animated sequence, he says something about going to find a hair down below at some point, but it's like a throwaway comment. But what you gain out of all of this is Watt has been thinking about the air filtration and the stuff that you read about it on the Ugnaughts report, and how if it can be disabled either remotely through technology or demolitionally through boom, then a team of Pykes will be minimal problem, theoretically. And then we can come in on our own personal shuttle and land safely. We can also use that shuttle to come up from underneath and take a look there as well. Or I can go back underneath and keep looking for an access way that way. But that's Watt's idea. And it takes 45 minutes for Watt to explain this. He's jumped on the counter, on the couch, on Thule, off of Shug. Like, everything is... And then we were like... whole 9 yards. However, there is an idea of a plan that is filtered throughout that whole thing.
So you sum up, and there's like a long, 30-second pause while all of us are waiting for you to continue, and you don't. And I'm like,
Okay, so I like where your head's at, but this is a team effort. We're gonna put our heads together, but we're gonna take some of your plan because I like some of it. First
we
things
can't
first.
go in the front door. They've already seen us.
Right. First things first.
I'm the greatest.
Well, the first thing we need to figure out is if we back up the air filtration, is it going to get them high or is it going to kill everyone in the facility? Because that is a problem.
I don't know. Actually, leaning into my character's background,
We saved your nephew, weekends at Bernie's.
so leaning into my background and what I used to do on the scrapyards as a repurposed species, as somebody who was smaller and could get around inside things like ductworking. I'm going to lean into that and try to draw on what knowledge base I have with that. And I'd like to kind of do a check of some sort to see if I think that would be like everybody dies situation or not? Do I think that if we shut off the air filtration system for a place of this size, if it would be enough to suffocate everybody within?
Okay, roll me.
Is it poison or is it just they're gonna get high?
Roll. Okay, you can roll me for the filtration system, but Watt doesn't have experience with spice.
I am proficient in medicine.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Do you want me to do those separately?
Yeah, give me a medicine
Alright.
check first if the spice is going to harm them, because there is
Alright.
such thing as medical grade spice.
Yep. Okay, medicine check. 19 on the die
Holy
for
fuck.
a 23.
Okay. During spice production, it does let off poisonous fumes. The point of a filtration system is to keep those fumes from going out.
What is the toxicity of those fumes? Like, think carbon monoxide, right? It'll knock you out, but prolonged exposure will kill you.
It'll knock them out at first, but yes, very short exposure while knocked out could lead to scarring of the lungs, being able to breathe problems. They basically die in their sleep.
Okay.
And air system 12 for the technology side of it.
Yeah, you're what? You can do it. You can do anything.
Damn right I can. First things
Okay.
first on the realist.
So alternatively, what if we just make them think the air filtration is fucked and we don't actually fuck it? Same kind of.
I still think we run into the same problem. All of our faces are known.
Well, I don't know that that's an issue. Like, this is fucking Coruscant, and
You were seen walking up to the dude with the fighter. The fighter's not going to get away with being the tech the next day.
I think it's not the next day. It's gonna be a couple days from now. But like, I think it being Coruscant and like there being billions of fucking people on this planet, I think like a Herglick isn't gonna stand out that much. I don't know.
I think if we walk into the front door, we're caught. And at that point, it's just a fight.
I don't that's if we encounter anybody that we saw at the bar, and I don't know what the likelihood of that is. How many Pykes were at the bar, Bill?
5 and a boss.
5. Okay.
5 guards and a boss, so 6.
Okay.
So how many people are inside that facility?
How big of a building is it?
It's a relatively good sized building.
Can I...
Your hotel you're in is bigger.
Okay. Can I hop back into the back door that I left behind in the security network and see if I can identify just via sensors? Because we already established the cameras were down. But see if I can identify with sensors or anything like that the number of bodies moving throughout the space.
Regular buildings. Starships has starships will have sensors. Starships are able to detect life forms and stuff like that on ships. Regular suburban like places like this, they would not have a ship's sensors, so you're not going to be able to tell. Living.
Well, I was thinking more because it's an industrial facility and there's a security terminal present. That there would be some kind of sensor network, but
I said, as I said earlier, they have all the cameras down. They don't want anybody peeking in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although you do have the tracker on, there's at least one person moving around.
Like I think we can probably find some kind of helmet or filtration, like if the excuse we have is something about the filtration, if they come in like a hazmat suit of some sort, like his face not being visible, or any of our faces not being visible, won't be super questionable. What I mean to say is that I think that is a problem that we can solve around.
You don't know. All species might look alike to Pykes.
They're all exploitable. Okay, if we've got a couple of days, then if that's your intention, like I would need a couple of days to be able to find the communication network and
I
all that.
told Vobin this was going to be something that we needed to plan out and that wouldn't be immediate. So I think we have as many days as we want. I said probably like a week. I don't know.
You have a galactic standard week. How long is that? An hour.
Shit.
Looks like we're using the mines, y'all. Blowing holes into shit.
Oh, I highly expect you guys coming up with a plan that's going to involve explosives somehow.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, then I want to pose the plan that we came up with to what would his response to be to that kind of plan to get us on site. Maybe it's a combination. Maybe the power goes out, or we cut the power and they call us in, and then we come in and they're like, look, and then we're like, look, there's a problem with the filtration here. The power's gone out. We need to evacuate people, and so they can start moving people out, and then we can use the confusion.
All right, so let's play this out. If we need to make sure that they realize that the power is on their side, right? What if we screw with the power inside? We have access to ductwork and things along those lines for getting in there, right?
Right.
So what if Watt or whoever can sneak in, place a very small charge of some sort?
Yes, small game.
That small.
I just want to add that what is going on right now with you guys doing this is exactly what I want from this game.
This is somewhere between Ocean's 11 and like a military raid.
Mm-hmm.
But so what if we didn't have to sell it to them that it's on their end, right? We find a spot, wherever power is coming in or somewhere further in, and sneak in, sabotage it on point, remote disrupt that in some way.
Yeah.
And then it is actually on their end.
Yeah.
I'm sure Watt could make it look like a small rodent on Spice got into the cables.
Let them reach out to, dispatch or whoever to send stuff. We intercepted those people.
Yeah. Well, so if
now we have credentials and
or
various other things, or whatever.
Yeah.
If intercepting the signal would be a problem, right? Then we just intercept the people that they would send, and we go instead.
Yeah.
So now we have some options on how we get there and whatnot. It is actually on their end, and that's not something we have to figure out how to fake.
I like that idea.
Doing a super quick check on the internet. What would happen if air filtration in a facility like that went down? What happens to the facility itself?
You try to access the holonet and you realize there's a jammer.
Everything is getting piped through that terminal, and I have a backdoor into the terminal, was my thought.
If you remember, you have a backdoor into the terminal, but you still can't get out of the district.
Gotcha. Sorry, it's been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
In that case, worst case scenario, I can take a taxi out But I wonder if we shut down the air filtration, if the Pykes would just leave everybody in there, or if they would get everybody out. Because even if they're slave labor, they are a valuable commodity.
They're
based on
Well, I
their
mean,
skills.
we know this person in particular is valuable to them, right? Like,
Yeah.
Best way to
So-
get in the castle is have them open the doors for you.
Right. So what happens? So if we fuck with the facility and we get them to evacuate it, what are they gonna do? They're gonna take them somewhere else in the district, probably.
Probably somewhere nearby.
Thule and Tisk put you all in shackles and take you into spice makers yourself, and we just Trojan horse them.
And then I shut off the filters. Wait.
Yes, while we're inside, you shut off the filters, and we all get messed up and then die.
High as fuck. Yeah.
I think I need to see the facility.
so
Yeah.
what if we test it? We've got a few days,
Yeah.
right? What if we cause a disruption of power heading in, and we observe the response? If power gets shut off, filtration gets shut off, right?
Yeah.
Like if we cut all power to them in some form or fashion,
Yeah.
then
Unless they have on-site generators of some sort.
I mean, but that's
still
information
be-
gathering, right?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
that's things we don't know. So if we could mess with the power in some way,
That also makes it more believable that they have an additional power issue later, and then we send a technician out because they've had previous problems. I like that idea a lot.
I also have a couple of
that's-
remote security cameras I can set up somewhere.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a
They
good
used to
idea.
shoot Doug porn, but they'll work.
It's been wiped. It's been wiped.
I hope it's been wiped. We go to fucking watch the footage, and it's like, oh no!
When you see Watt just in the corner, like,
They do use their feet. What the fuck?
Title of this episode: They do use their feet.
oh man.
Oh no!
I think my brain's fried for the day. I can't come up with anything else right now.
Yeah,
With
No.
that being,
I
I was about to say, with that being
yeah.
said,
I feel like past a point we have to do something to get more information than what we have. Otherwise, we're just guessing at how they're going to respond.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So here, Bill. What like for next time? What I think we need, like I want to get a floor plan if possible. So if you can provide us with like a map of the facility or whatever, if we can get that, that would be helpful, right? And then I really like Tisk's plan of disrupting the power and seeing what the response is. So that means that we need to set up those security cams that we have so that we can observe properly and position ourselves so that we can observe and gather information, right?
I got you.
And then what else?
So I've got floor plan, power network, air filtration system, and set up cameras.
We need to figure out where the power is flowing from.
Yeah, that's the power network.
Yeah. So that we can properly sabotage.
Sabotage.
I think that we have the beginnings of a plan here.
I dig it.
Yeah, I like this puzzle. I'm trying to wrap my brain around it right now, and I'm a little on the fried side.
Well, it is 10:40 on you guys' end, 9:40 on my end. I was going to call it here so we can do accolades, and we will pick up here next week.
Sounds
Awesome.
good.
And
Awesome,
hopefully I'll be in my new office. So see
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah.
All right, so let's roll off for accolades, guys.
I rolled a nat 20 for accolades.
2.
4. Rolling big tonight.
Ooh,
19.
almost rollsies.
So we've got Shug, Tully, Tisk, and what?
Yep.
All right, start us off, Shug. Sound like Rogue there.
All right. I just not prepared for this. I'm gonna give my accolade to Watt for the fucking hairpiece.
Thank you.
Like all of it, like wiping your mouth with it while eating noodles, and then losing it while you're
I wiped his mouth. I wiped his
right,
mouth.
sure,
but-
yeah, while eating noodles, and then losing it and narrating that it landed in some poor lady's feeder, and she's like losing her fucking mind. Like that was all. That was all hilarious. Also, the whole you being very animatedly like, this is what, and then we do this. Like, I saw all of that in my head.
Awesome.
Very fun.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bill. Let's see. All of the NPCs we've interacted with have been really flavorful. I like Vobin. I like what's his name, Loeb or whatever the fuck his name was that we've gone back to twice now. And the return to the noodle shop was humorous because I've forgotten what we had done to the poor lady last time we were there. And so her reaction was appropriate.
You threatened her and you promised never to come back.
Yeah.
We immediately came back.
Came back the
Next day.
Oh my god.
Thule didn't threaten anybody. Thule was very excited to have good noodles.
And you were
but
Thule
doing
has
there.
been nothing but respectful to ye, and you all are rude.
But yeah, Bill, continuing to have a great time. Keep it up.
Thanks. And Thule or Sean next.
Bill, I'm gonna give mine to you for ye, and for her letting us back in and then giving us free food, even though we have in fact treated her like shit. And we almost blew up her bar or her noodle shop again with a drunken grenade moment. We've just put her through it, and she, you rolled with us through all of that. Thank you.
So yeah, I'm waiting for her to be the big bad.
Right? She's gonna be.
Right.
Darth
so.
Yee. And then I was gonna give mine player accolade to Tisk for co-conspiring with me in the explosives department and playing with our demo kits. It's nice to see how you use that, because I'm also unfamiliar with this system and trying to figure out how I'm going to use it as well. So
Yeah, big thing,
I
man.
like being able to bounce ideas. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks, man.
Yep.
All right. Tisk. Yeah.
I think I'm next. So I will. I'm gonna throw mine to Shug specifically for "Swing" by Big Baby for Bad Baby, because I love that Bad Baby keeps coming up. And it just cracked me up at the time. It was great.
For the listeners out there, canon in the story, Bad Baby is the Anzelin trio boy band that Shug is a fan of.
Hell yeah! Thanks, Jake.
And Bill kind of, this plays a little bit towards Gabe as well, but even pulling the Wookiee pelt as the random like thing that Watt stole, and then like you also playing off of that to bring it back up, like that was the thing that fell out of Watt's pocket hanging there, and it was such a small little detail that triggered additional like roleplay and reactions and stuff throughout the entire thing from myself, from Watt, from other people reacting to this all around. Like it was a small thing that was just such a great little detail throughout the night. I loved it.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, rest in peace, Wookiee hairpiece. You've survived one game.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Watt's inventory is a transient concept.
Oh yeah.
Like, there is no object permanency in Watt's inventory.
And on that note, take us home. What?
Bill, this is awesome. This is a hell of a series of dilemmas that we have to solve. I'm very, very excited. If this is a preview of things to come. Also very excited to see how this system works as we level up a little bit. And thank you so much for sharing it with us and bringing it to us. I'm very excited to go fog out a whole bunch of druggies. This is going to be interesting, and I'm really, really excited about it.
Well, thank you.
Man, everybody had a great playoff Watt moment. There was a lot of yes and going around, but I'm going to give it to Thule for not disturbing Watt. And just like, you go up, you go down, stayed asleep the whole time.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, I just, like it fits its moment, and it was just perfect.
That's how I feel about my own pets. You want to disturb them as little as possible when they're cute and cuddled up with their toe pads all bunched up. So it was a very cute Watt moment.
Thanks. I appreciate you rolling with it there. On that note, I appreciate all of you, because I'm just like interjecting random shit of chaos into like, yep, one of your grenades is gone. Like, it'll all come back around. Like, I'm not stealing your shit to steal it, but I just love that you guys are having fun with it and playing into the chaos.
You just keep stealing the thing that Tisk has the most of. So whatever, I'll just make more.
You guys are making playing Watt a joy, and I appreciate you for it.
Likewise, man.
Having a great time.
So I want to add, yes, we are trying a new system. So we will be doing things a little loosey-goosey. We might be changing rules down the road as we learn the system together as we play it. System being Star Wars 5e. I am also trying something new and different with leveling. I heard a system when it comes to milestone leveling is you go per level per session. So it's like if you first session you level 1, you level up to 2, and then you play 2 sessions, level up to 3, then you play 3 sessions, level up to 4, and then
interesting.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
I thought it was by number of times we've had Noodles.
Oh,
Right.
you guys keep having Noodles. I mean, yeah, that might end up being it.
We will
But
terrorize every damn noodle shop.
you're gonna go.
We arrive on a new planet. Where's the noodles?
The thing is like I gotta give it the shug. I don't want to speed through any role play because I want to role play with you guys as these characters. when you were like, I'm gonna, do you want to speed through these employees? I was like, fuck no, I don't. I don't want to speed through it. I'm gonna annoy the hell out of you because I want to see your reaction. So you giving the exit interview to the Walmart employees.
It was good. It was good.
Was one of my high points with Shug. Tully, just the sad fact that you are trying very hard to have a decent relationship with this noodle owner that your friends are just terrorizing.
Yeah, not on purpose.
That and eating Tisk's snack.
That's good.
That was good. I like that.
That literally came down to a high-low roll of whether or not Tisk came swinging after 2 days. And that turned into a throwdown fight in his noodle bar.
I just see like all the tables are racked. She's crying.
There's a
That is-
Michael
that
Bay
is, in
explosion in
fact-
the background.
That is, in fact, what that role was for. So,
Poor Galaxy Noodles. Tisk, I gotta say the trying to get what drunk and getting drunk yourself.
I wasn't really trying to like make anything happen. It was just like, no, wow, yeah, you earned a lot of points. You earned this drink.
Yeah.
And Julie, like you went through the fight, you earned this drink, and then I just kept trading off my old drinks and getting a new one myself.
Yeah, it was very much a Legolas drinking the ale with Gimli moment. I'm feeling
I
a
feel
tingling in my
something.
finger.
I love that.
And also with Tisk, you getting where I was going with you seeing the Wookiee pelt. And it's not just a Wookiee pelt, it actually says Wookiee scalp in Watt's pocket. What? Let's see. One, I like this. I liked what ended up happening when, like, I was like, you are a climber. I wasn't gonna let you die, but I wanted something fun to happen. You can't have anything without a little risk.
No, I loved it.
But yeah, the cinematic dropping the stuff and just how I was like, I wonder what was going to happen if I give him a choice between the credits and the scalp. You went for the scalp. You gambled and lost it all, though.
I mean, it's pretty appropriate. Watt is going to lose everything he owns more than once.
Annoying the Pike boss, and I gotta give it to you for low jacking the Pike boss. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. This game, this session, is quintessentially why I like random tables, because that security thing the security tag you got was a random table. The Wookiee pelt was a random table. I like shit like that forces us to improv. It's like that it's like that's my Christmas. It's like that's the stuff. That's why I play these games. So with that being said, it looks like everybody has received an inspiration so far. First game was Derek. Second was Gabe. Third was Sean. We're on session 5.
Yeah, I got last time,
Oh yeah.
so and I haven't used mine yet. So
So I can give it to anybody. And you know what? I'm gonna give it to Watt for low jacking the Pike boss. I thought that was a good one. Has anybody used an inspiration?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. I don't have mine anymore.
I use mine almost immediately.
Well, you guys freaking need it with these damn rolls you're getting.
I mean, the one roll that I had that was like specifically bad tonight, I very much chose to fail. So
Failing
Alright.
forward.
So I will have this podcast up tomorrow, and you guys can listen to us later or whenever you feel like. And as we say here at the Forever DMs, practice kindness. It's a free action. So's crying. So you guys have fun.
Over lost pelts.
Over lost pelts.